What's going on, guys? BMS and Naya back with another video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So here we go.
Known each other for about 4 or 5 years. We started off as best friends. We are now business partners and so much more than that. We have 4 businesses together. We live together. I have a son who also calls him daddy now. He's known him since he was little. The problem that we have is sometimes I can be kind of loud and boisterous and obnoxious, especially in business situations. He tells me that it's a problem, and I deep down know that it is a problem at times.
Kind of looks like Fetty Wap a little bit.
Baby, won't you come my way?
Take a look at his body language. He seems pretty timid, shy, reserved, and she seems more outspoken and more of the alpha in the situation. But furthermore, it kind of seems like she potentially, maybe dangling these businesses over his head, right? Maybe,
True. Yeah.
That's where his financial primary source of income is coming from. And potentially he could feel trapped in that situation to not speak out and, kind of put his foot down.
That it can, potentially ruin business relationships. So my question to you is basically, how are we able to keep our business relationship and our personal relationship kind of separate from each other?
How do you keep your business relationship and your personal relationship separate?
Yes.
Now, he done told you because you loud and boisterous that it's going to interfere with business.
He does.
I feel like it's more so like it's a time and a place for everything. It depends on where you are and what type of crowd you're around is how you should carry yourself.
Right.
So if you're going to carry yourself like you don't know where you are, then yeah, it might be a problem, because now people that look up to you may be looking at you like you're not what I'm supposed to be looking up to, because it's not the time and the place.
You understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's just very hard, I feel like, sometimes to hone in on a lot and kind of calm down.
You want to be loud.
You can relate to them to a degree, because obviously we do this channel, and my whole mindset moving forward is simply removing my emotions from the equation when we're doing business stuff, right? And once the business stuff is over, then we're able to go back to our normal lives, right? So I think a man would be better suited in a situation like this.
I mean, it's not that I want to, it just happens.
No, it don't. What the hell you mean it just happened? What you mean? How the hell it just happened? How you just loud it just happened? Where you at? You just walk. If you walking down the street, you can control yourself. But if you the person that think I have the right to say and be anything I want to be wherever I am, that philosophy ain't gonna fly. Especially when you're talking about business. You know what I mean? How did you get this way?
I was born like this, believe it or not.
She's a pageant girl. She's accustomed to being a little spoiled sometimes, so I just remind her sometimes, like, you're not.
Did she say pageant? That must have been way.
Stop the cap.
Way back.
We earned the right to do what we do, but at the end of the day, you still have to carry yourself and know your surroundings. Like I said, once again, it's a time and a place for everything, and it's not always the time and the place. So.
I'm trying to make sure this filter working, because I'm in the mood. You don't know what's going on in here.
You see the predicament now. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of opportunities for whatever we going through to come back home, and then to trickle over into work. So it just get aggravating, because when you have an argument at home, you don't want to take it to work, because you go take it to work, and then obviously it's gonna trickle back to everybody else, because they're gonna feel the same heat.
Right.
And then there's an issue. So
but y'all work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you at the house and you work at the house, then everything gonna be at the house.
Yeah. Right.
So you loud at the house.
Always.
Then he mad at the house because he taking.
She says it with a sense of pride and ownership, like it's an accomplishment, like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think she's probably gotten away with it for a really long time. No one has told her otherwise to like not be that way. Or maybe like, I know for some people that when they're too extrovert or like too loud or whatever, other people may feel like they don't want to be the one to like, you know, burst your bubble in a sense.
Or he can't do that. He really wants to do that, but he can't because he'd be on these streets.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like I said in a previous video, there's no consequence here, right? She makes all the money. She's a boss babe. She's the head of the household. She has all these businesses. Yep. She has a man under her thumb. She's loud and she's getting away with it.
You think you do what you want to do. Right. This is some crazy right here.
And if I say I want space or I need some time, then that's when the issue comes. Like I can't even get 2 seconds. Like,
if you need some space or some time.
Sometimes I'm like, listen, you've been a little too much. Just give me 2 seconds.
See, dog, sometimes you got to get in the car and drive off.
And that's what I do. And trust me, my phone.
And then when you come back, hell. It's all hell when you come back.
Yeah. Now, even if I tell her like I'm just gonna go, you know, hang out with the boys and go get a few drinks or something, like you might say you home.
Let her have the mic. He can't do that.
Basically, it's not the first time I've been told that.
Oh, I know it ain't. I recognized as soon as you started talking because your question was crazy.
Right.
So how would you ultimately like to see all this work out? Let me ask you that.
I think that I would just hope that, especially since our relationship would build and just become stronger and our business would be as well.
Your relationship gonna go stronger, how?
Just because I feel like even just being able to come on here and kind of vent and talk about feelings, like it's not always something that we can do at home because again, we have a business at home. So it's like, we don't have an HR person that we can go to, you know, to talk about things with. So
that's what a therapist is for. Like, why would you go on national television to air out your dirty laundry?
Yeah.
Just go to therapy.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that she knows that she's part of the problem, right? Well, I think there's both sides to it. Like, he should not be so quiet, but she should also not be so loud. Like, he should be able to speak up more, like to say what's on his mind, especially if it's to better their relationship. So I think he needs to be able to speak up more. And she already knows she's in the wrong where she talks too loud. She understands that she's like out there, right? But she doesn't do anything about it. That's the problem.
He needs an exit plan. He needs to take up all the little nickels and dimes that he's getting from this little business she has, and he needs to plan his exit plan to move quickly. There's no sense of accountability. She's just simply throwing out buzzwords like, you know, growth and build or whatever, but there's no action. There's no call to action. There's no action plan to change the bad behavior, right? So, I mean, she's just full of but what are your final thoughts?
No, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, did she mention anything about what she's going to do to improve herself? In relationships, there's going to be someone that's leading and someone that's following, right? So ideally, you want the man to be leading and then the woman to be following, because I can tell you for myself, I have emotional outbursts sometimes. It's just what happens, right? Obviously nothing extreme, but like, it's always better to have someone that's logical and level-headed who's leading the relationship, right? In this example explains it, why, right? And also on top of it, like the 70% of divorces that are initiated by women. Right?
Yeah.
So in that case alone, you can kind of see how this relationship is going to end up.
All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.